In case you missed it, AEW TBS champion Mercedes Mone is making it clear she's not just part of the women's wrestling conversation, she is the conversation. Already holding 6 championship titles across multiple promotions, the CEO is still chasing more, aiming to become the ultimate belt collector in the industry. Her next potential target? Chris Statlander. After Statlander captured the Pro Wrestling EVE International Championship on Friday, marking her biggest win since losing the TBS title nearly 2 years ago, Mone wasted no time firing off a warning. She posted wide-eyed emojis on X, formerly Twitter, hinting that Statlander's reign may be short-lived. Statlander didn't back down, quickly replying with a blunt, "Get away from me." Since arriving in AEW in March 2024, Mone has been relentlessly pursuing gold in AEW, NJPW, CMLL, and across the indie scene. Though she dropped the NJPW Strong Women's Championship at Resurgence on May 9th, she more than made up for it. In recent weeks, she's picked up 3 new titles: the 2025 Women's Owen Hart Cup, the EWA Women's Championship, and the CMLL World Women's Championship. But there's one prize she hasn't laid hands on yet: the AEW Women's World Championship, currently held by the division's first ever 4-time champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Mone, who has dubbed herself the Beyoncé of pro wrestling, is now setting her sights on All In next Saturday at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Her mission? To not only add another belt to her collection, but to become the first woman to simultaneously hold both of AEW's top women's titles. If Mone succeeds, she'll firmly cement her legacy as one of the most decorated and dominant women in wrestling history. Night of Champions gave WWE fans a lot to talk about, as multiple storylines took major steps forward. One of the biggest developments was the King of the Ring finals between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Both men had massive stakes going into this match, with a SummerSlam main event spot and a shot at the WWE World Championship on the line. Randy Orton has been out of the world title picture for over 5 years and was aiming to win his 15th world title. Cody Rhodes, meanwhile, was on a mission to reclaim the WWE title that was taken from him by John Cena at WrestleMania 41. What added another layer to this showdown was the long-standing friendship between Cody and Randy, dating back to the mid-2000s when they were part of Legacy. The two have a deep history of respect and camaraderie, but that shared history didn't stop them from pushing each other to the edge during this high-stakes match. As the match unfolded, it was clear both men were willing to go to darker places than usual. This wasn't a typical babyface versus babyface encounter where both men stay within the rules. As the match progressed, we saw flashes of their old heel personas surface. Greed and desperation for the crown and title shot took over, and it led to some interesting choices. The most shocking moment came when Randy Orton attempted to deliver his infamous punt kick to Cody Rhodes. Longtime fans will remember that the punt was once considered one of the most brutal and dangerous moves in WWE. Orton used it during his prime heel run, often taking out opponents for months. In recent years, he has teased it without following through. Even in his feud with Kevin Owens, he motioned for it but didn't connect. But this time was different. In a moment that stunned many, Randy actually went for the punt on Cody Rhodes, someone who has done nothing to wrong him personally. He didn't connect with the move, but the intent was clear. Going for the punt on a heel is one thing, going for it on a fellow babyface, and a friend no less, is another story entirely. It was a line that fans didn't expect Orton to cross in this match. That wasn't the only questionable act from Orton. He followed up by grabbing a steel chair and distracting the referee. While the official's attention was diverted, he exposed one of the turnbuckles. These are classic heel tactics and something we haven't seen from Randy in a few years. While this type of behavior might be shocking to newer fans, longtime followers know this side of Randy has always been lurking just beneath the surface. He just needed the right motivation to bring it out again. And yet, it wasn't Randy who ultimately capitalized on the exposed turnbuckle. It was Cody Rhodes. In a surprising move, Cody sent Randy headfirst into the exposed steel and used that moment to win the match. That one move flipped the narrative. Cody, the most honorable wrestler on the roster, used a dirty tactic to beat his friend. Cody has long been portrayed as the company's ultimate good guy, someone who stands by honor and pride even when it costs him dearly. At WrestleMania 41, he had the chance to hit John Cena with the championship belt behind the referee's back. If he had, he likely would have retained the WWE title, but he chose not to cheat, and Cena capitalized on that hesitation to take the title from him. Fast forward to Night of Champions, and Cody showed no hesitation. Whether fans want to debate technicalities, yes, Randy exposed the turnbuckle. What matters is that Cody knowingly used that exposed turnbuckle to win. In the eyes of many, that's cheating, and it marks a significant shift in Cody's character. The match's aftermath also gave fans something to think about. In his post-match comments, Cody noted that he defeated two of the most beloved babyfaces in WWE, Jey Uso and Randy Orton, to become king of the ring. That line struck a chord because it sounded more like a brag than a humble reflection. Was it a simple statement of fact, or a subtle hint that Cody is starting to view things differently? WWE fans are wondering if Cody is headed toward a full-blown heel turn, beating two crowd favorites, using questionable tactics, and even the tone of his voice post-match all point toward a character shift. WWE interviewer Megan Morant even expressed disappointment in Cody's actions, calling attention to how surprising it was to see him take advantage of a close friend like Randy. This moment felt like a major turning point in Cody's journey. If the goal is to build toward a rematch between Cody Rhodes and John Cena at SummerSlam, the groundwork is being laid perfectly. Everyone has known since WrestleMania that if a rematch were to happen, Cody couldn't go in as the same man who lost. Something had to change. That change appears to be unfolding now. Cody is beginning to shed the image of a wrestler who refuses to bend the rules. Instead, he's becoming someone who will do whatever it takes to win. That's the version of Cody Rhodes that might actually stand a chance against John Cena in a rematch. On the other side of the coin, John Cena has been giving off babyface energy again. Despite playing the heel at WrestleMania, his actions at Night of Champions didn't align with that role. Cena stopped Seth Rollins from cashing in Money in the Bank and even took out Rollins to prevent chaos. The fans responded positively, cheering Cena's actions and showing support. This has led to a lot of speculation that a double turn is on the horizon for SummerSlam. The scenario that fans envision is simple. Cody Rhodes defeats John Cena in the SummerSlam main event, but he does it in the dirtiest way possible, cheating or using underhanded tactics. That move officially cements Cody's heel turn. At the same time, John Cena, now the victim of that betrayal, gets the full support of the crowd and becomes a babyface again. If WWE does go with this double turn at SummerSlam, it would accomplish several things. First, it gives Cody Rhodes a fresh storyline as the new top heel in the company. It also aligns with fan sentiment, as the audience has been feeling a shift in Cody's behavior for weeks. Meanwhile, Cena returning to his roots as a babyface allows him to finish his career on a note that feels more authentic to who he is. It's a win-win situation. This theory has been gaining momentum online. Fans point to Cody's heelish actions and Cena's babyface teases as signs that WWE is preparing for this moment. Everything seems to be pointing in that direction, almost too perfectly. And that's exactly where things get interesting. Triple H and the current WWE creative team have made it clear that they don't like being predictable. If the entire fanbase thinks they've figured out the SummerSlam finish, it's possible that WWE might have something else planned entirely. Maybe Cody's heel turn doesn't happen at SummerSlam. Maybe Cena pulls a swerve of his own, or maybe someone else inserts themselves into the mix and changes the game completely. What's clear is that fans are invested in this storyline. Cody Rhodes' shift in behavior has everyone talking. Randy Orton's re-emergence of heel traits added more intrigue. John Cena's uncertain alignment is keeping viewers guessing, and all of it is leading to what could be one of the most significant main events in recent SummerSlam history. Whatever the final decision is, WWE has laid the foundation for a compelling story. Cody Rhodes is evolving. Whether he becomes the top heel or ends up swerving everyone remains to be seen. John Cena, for the first time in years, is being positioned for a final run that could see him close out his legendary career on a high note. SummerSlam 2025 is shaping up to be the battleground for major character development. Fans believe they've figured out the direction, but WWE has built enough uncertainty to keep everyone on edge. Will they go with the expected double turn, or throw a major curveball? One thing is certain, the outcome of this story will shape WWE's main event picture for months to come. Let us know what you think. Is Cody's heel turn inevitable? Will Cena turn babyface again? Is the double turn too obvious, or just perfect timing? Drop your comments, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, and leave a like if you're enjoying the coverage. Thanks for tuning in. More updates are on the way.